Ma'am, now is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine now, Advika. Good evening, all of y'all.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening. Just wait for 2 minutes. Let everybody join. Why is Mohanish's mic not connected?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good evening, Mohanish. Yeah. I hope all of you are all well. Mohanish, Ashwath, Soumya, Advika, Adrit, Sritej. Aishwarya, am I audible? Aishwarya? Aishwarya, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, Aishwarya, you didn't write the test?
Yes, ma'am, I wrote the test.
You wrote the test. I didn't get your name.
Ma'am, she wrote the test.
Let me check. Okay.
Ma'am, can you tell our mistake?
Yeah. Just give me a minute. Okay. Coming to the test results. Deepika isn't here. I don't know why she's not here. Okay. She was capable of scoring full marks actually, but she lost mark just because of her spelling mistake. For homologous, she wrote homonymous. For analogous, she wrote anonymous. That's why 2 marks she lost. Otherwise, she would have got full 10 on 10. Now going to the second highest, which is Sritej. Very good, Sritej. You have scored 7 on 10. So before we go to each and everybody's mistake, I want all of you to answer. The order will be Adrit, Advika, Aishwarya, Ashwath, Sritej, Soumya, and Mohanish. I'm repeating the order. Adrit, Advika, Aishwarya, Ashwath, Sritej, Soumya, Mohanish. All right. Okay. Okay. Similar structures with different functions are called
Ma'am, homologous.
homologous. Very good. The joint between our skull and our neck is called?
Ma'am, pivotal.
Okay, it's pivotal. Okay. A
Ma'am?
point. It's pronounced as pivotal.
Ma'am?
Pivotal.
No, ma'am. Actually, in my last class, everyone thought like pivot joint. So, in the
Okay.
test also, I remembered pivot and I wrote it.
Okay, but it's actually pivot. Okay. Okay, next person. A point where two bones make contact and regulate movements of the body is called a?
Ball and socket joint.
That is the mistake that you did. It's not ball and socket joint. Any point where two bones make contact and they allow a movement is called what? Think, Aishwarya. Next person. Ashwath. Ashwath,
Yes, ma'am.
answer.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
All of y'all, please listen. I'll be telling the question only once. A point where two bones make contact and regulate movements of the body is called a
Joint.
joint. Is it clear, Aishwarya?
Yes, ma'am.
Why have you scored very low? Didn't you study for the test?
Ma'am, I had fever.
Okay, you had fever. All right, fine. Okay. After Ashwath, joints where no movement of bone is possible are called
Fixed joint.
fixed joint. Very good. Next person, in a ball and socket joint, the rounded end of one bone fits into the dash of another bone. What is it?
Mom, I think it's Soumya's turn.
Yeah, it's Soumya only.
But she is not speaking.
Yeah, I'll take care of that, Alvika. Soumya?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you answer?
Ma'am, cavity.
Cavity. Very good. So many people got this wrong. I don't know why. Because this is something that I kept stressing upon in class. Simply all lost marks. Next person. Legs movement are absent in which of the following animals? Dogs, crow, snake, or cow? Mohanish, it's your turn.
Ma'am, it is snake.
Snake, very good. Next person. The bending of arm to touch the shoulder with finger is due to the action of
Ma'am, is it elbow?
elbow. Very good. Next person. Almost the only non-movable joint part of the body is located in your
Skull.
skull. So many people wrote different answers. I don't know for what. I even drew a whole skeletal picture and I told you it's the skull. I don't know how more clear I can be. Next person, next question. Flippers of dolphin and penguin are examples of what type of organs?
Analogous.
Analogous. Very good. The upper jaw is an example of which joint?
Ma'am, fixed.
Fixed joint. Very good. I literally spent almost more than 30 minutes in explaining analogous and homologous organs. I also gave that as a homework to all of you all. Despite of this, I don't know why you all made a lot of mistakes. For analogous, you have written homologous. For homologous, you have written analogous. I don't know why it's super confusing for all of you all. Okay, going to the mistakes each one of you all did. Coming to Adrit. Adrit, you have made a mistake in the joint between your skull and your neck. It's called what joint?
Ma'am, actually that time was up, so I could not write it.
But you wrote some other answer. What answer did you write? You wrote ball and socket joint for pivotal.
Oh, ma'am, that one is it ma'am, pivot.
It's pivotal. You made a mistake for that, but it's ball and socket joint you wrote. But the answer is pivotal. Yeah, you left the question.
Actually time was over.
Okay, fine. Fine. So
Ma'am?
you have left. Yeah.
Mom, like if we are thinking for some time, like the test, if the time is over once, then it is submitting it automatically.
Yeah, it will submit automatically. You need to complete within the given time. No extra time will be given to you. You have given exactly 1 minute for each question. 60 seconds for each question is not enough for all of you.
Ma'am, it's enough.
Yeah, that's more than enough actually. Anyways, going to Sritej. The mistakes that you have done is in a ball and socket joint, the round end of the bone fits into a dash of another bone.
Cavity.
Cavity. What did you write? You wrote ball again. So you have lost mark for that. And the bending of an arm to touch the shoulder with the finger. You can see it's the elbow that you are moving. It's not the arm. I don't know why you wrote the arm, because arm is the portion that is above, that is basically connecting to your shoulder, right? You're not moving that. You're moving your elbow portion to in order to reach the shoulder. So it's the elbow. You have lost mark for that. And also almost the only non-movable joint part of the body is located in your skull, because I never mentioned where is the part of the body where fixed joint is. I told the only non-movable part of your body is in the skull. I drew the whole skeleton for that reason only. So you lost mark for that. And for the flippers of dolphin and penguin, they are examples of what type of organ? I clearly told you structures that look different, but their function is same. Listen again carefully. Structures that look different, but the function is the same, is known as analogous. Okay, you know that the flippers of the dolphin is completely different from the flippers of the penguin, but both of them are used for the same function, which is swimming. So it is analogous, but you have written homologous. Homologous means both the structures look similar. They look the same, but they have different functions. Okay, that is only homologous. So please be clear of that, Sritej. These are the mistakes you have done. I hope I'm clear. Going with Ashwath, same thing, similar structures with different functions. Is homologous or analogous, Ashwath?
Analogous.
That's what you have written. I just now explained, and again you're saying the same thing. It's homologous.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I clearly told you, no, structures. Remember carefully. Always remember this example. Dolphin and penguin. They are analogous. Fix that in your mind. Dolphin and penguin are they're what? Homologous, analogous.
Analogous.
Analogous. So fix that in your mind. Dolphin and penguin are always analogous. And you very much know that dolphin and penguin, both of them, they swim. So they have a same function, but they have different type of structures. So same function, different structure is called analogous. Different function, same structure is called homologous. Fix that in your mind, okay? So that mistake you did. For pivotal, you have written the wrong spelling, which is petviol. You have written PETVIOL. You have written. For that, you simply lost mark. You guys are losing mark for spelling. This is the most dumbest way to lose mark. I don't know why you guys are making this silly mistake. And also, a lot of people lost mark for the cavity portion. Ball and socket joint, the round end of one bone fits into the cavity of another bone. So you missed that. And also you did the same mistake that Sritej did. The bending of an arm, because I've clearly given in the question, bending of an arm to touch the shoulder. Bending of an arm, how will I give the question and the answer? It's the same thing. How will I give? I'm not that stupid. It's already given bending of the arm. You're bending your arm to touch the shoulder with your fingers. The movement here is done by your elbow, not your arm. And again, I've given you mark because you've written almost the only non-movable point is located in your head, since it makes sense. I given you mark for that. Again, flippers of dolphin and penguin. You've done a mistake in that. And otherwise, everything is correct. So this is the mistake that you have done, Ashwath. Going to Advika. Uh, you have written yeah, the cavity portion, you missed that. So that is the mistake you've done. And silliest mistake you've done, I already discussed with you earlier, which is the snake. You wrote dogs. I don't know why you wrote dogs. And again, for homologous and analogous, you have messed up. For upper jaw is an example. Yeah, upper jaw is an example of which joint?
Mom, fixed.
What did you
Mom,
write?
but I thought that it is lower jaw.
You already told me this, so please read the question carefully. Okay, and don't be careless. Going to Soumya. Again, analogous and homologous mistake you have done.
Mom,
And yeah, Advika.
Mom, during the test, I was confusing between the homologous and the analogous, so I did a mistake.
Yeah, this is something which everybody has done mistake on. So it's very careless of all of y'all. Next, anyways, the joint where no movement of bone is possible is called. That you did correct. Again, you've written arm instead of elbow. Always use your, at least if you don't know the answer, use your common sense ways. In the question, I've given arm. How will I give the same thing as answer? Your paper is not going to be that easy. I'm not that dumb to give you the answer in the question itself. The bending of an arm I've given. How again you will put and click arm for the option. Anyways, the only non-movable joint of the body is located. I'm talking about the skeletal system of your. If you write head, it makes sense. But you have written brain, so you cannot get marked for that. So you have lost mark for that. And yeah, otherwise I've given you mark. So yeah. Going to Mohanish. Mohanish, again, homologous, analogous mistake you've done. What is the joint between your skull and your neck called, Mohanish?
Pivotal, ma'am. Pivotal.
What did you write? What did you write?
Ma'am, 1 minute.
You wrote spinal. I've clearly given what joint it is. I know it is attached to the spine, it makes sense, but I've clearly given you what is the joint between them. So it's pivotal. And also the point where two bones make contact and they regulate movement is called as a joint. How is it a skull? Just at least if it makes sense, I can do something. Just makes no sense of the answer that you've given. In a ball and socket joint, again you missed the cavity. For that you've lost mark. Almost a non-movable part is the skull. You wrote upper, which is again wrong. You made a homologous analogous mistake. So Aishwarya, your homologous spelling is wrong.
Okay.
So you have lost mark for that. And you have left a lot of questions. You wrote wrist instead of elbow, so you lost mark for that. The only non-movable joint is 1 minute. 1 minute. The only non-movable joint of your body is located in your skull. You wrote upper lip, which is wrong. And the upper jaw is an example of, I don't know from where you got this word, temperaman builder. I don't know what is it. What word is it, Aishwarya?
Yes, ma'am. So I thought that it was from temperament builder.
From where did you learn this word? Are you outside?
Yes, ma'am. I just learned from outside that word.
Okay, fine, fine. Okay, you can mute yourself. So these are the mistakes that you have done. Going to Deepika. Yeah, Deepika, you wanted to ask me something?
Ma'am, can you tell me what I made mistakes?
You are literally the only girl in the whole class who would have got center. You lost mark because of your silly spelling error. Literally, that is the only error that you did. For homologous, you wrote homonymous. Analogous, you wrote anonymous. That is the mistake you did.
Something in the keyboard. When I write analogous or homologous, it turns into anonymous or homonymous.
So it was a typing error, which was
Yeah.
already done by your laptop, but you should have been able to correct it, right?
Till that time, it was not showing anything. After that, when I did view results and show your responses, in that I got to know I typed anonymous and homonymous.
So you know it is homologous and analogous. So you already know that it is homologous analogous. You typed by mistake or your laptop automatically corrected it as
Yeah,
homonymous.
it's the auto mistake, something that correction that things.
All right. Okay, I'll check into it. I'll recorrect your paper for this genuine mistake. But next time, just make sure all these computer errors doesn't happen. Okay, this is not only for Deepika, to all of y'all. Okay, please don't lose mark because of the errors that's happening in your devices. Okay, so congrats, Deepika. You're literally the only person in the class who has scored full mark. Okay, very good for that. Okay, all right, and Sritej, even you are capable of scoring full mark. So next time I'm expecting you to score center. The remaining all of y'all, I want y'all to work on your scores. I want y'all to, the common mistakes all of y'all are doing is not reading the question properly. And please, the timer why I have given is because it's a practice for all of y'all to know that you should not spend more than 1 minute in a question. You read a question, barely it will take 15 seconds to read and understand a question. You still don't understand it, read another time, maybe it will take another 15 seconds. In that 30 seconds time, if you're not able to find means, please go to the next question. Once you're done with everything, you will be left with minimum 2 minutes. With that 2 minutes, go back to the question that you have left and try, like, redo it again. You'll definitely find the answer. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
And homework.
yeah, I'll check your homework. Okay, first, Adrit. The skeletal system works as a support structure for your body. It gives the body its shape, allows movement, makes blood cells, provides protection for your organs, and stores minerals. The skeletal system is also called the musculoskeletal system. Okay, very good, Adrit.
Thank
Right.
you, ma'am.
Advika, even your answer was very nice. I already read it earlier. Aishwarya, did you do your homework?
Yes, ma'am, I sent you.
Okay, let me check. The skeletal system is a complex and essential part of the human body that provides support, protection, and structure. It is composed of bones, cartilage, ligaments, and tendons. Uh, you literally just copied it from the internet. Like you
Yes,
just,
ma'am.
yeah. So I don't want that.
Actually,
I already told y'all I want y'all to understand and write, because I know yours is a detailed answer. It is long. It's very good for that. But you can see how short and understandable Adrit's answer was. Right. So that's what I want. It should be understandable. You have literally copied every line from the internet. It's given, let's delve into the details of the skeletal system and all.
yes, ma'am. Actually, I couldn't understand that part of homework which you gave.
If you don't understand, you should ask me, right? So, guys, if you don't understand, please ask me. Okay, don't just blindly do the work and come. Because you're not getting any marks for this homework, it's just for your knowledge. And if that
Ma'am?
is, if wait, Advika, if that is of no point, if it is just to be copied and pasted from the internet, then what's the point of me giving you all homework? Seriously. Bones are the primary components of the skeletal system, and they are rigid, dense connective tissues that make up the framework of the body. Joints are points where two or more bones meet. Cartilage is a rubbery connective tissue that covers the ends of your bone. Tendons connect muscles to bones. Okay. Okay, very good. Yeah, Advika.
Ma'am, whatever I knew that I wrote it in
Yeah,
my
your answer was neat, Advika. Your answer was very good. Uh, Ashwa. The skeletal system works as a support structure for your body. It gives the body its shape, allows movements, makes blood cells, provides protection for your organs, stores minerals. Literally same as Adrit's answer. Okay. Uh, Deepika, homework. Yeah, Deepika, your homework. Where's your homework? Can you talk, Deepika? I don't know if you have a mic issue or anything. At least text me why you haven't done your homework. I need an explanation.
Mom, I also sent yesterday's homework. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
previous.
I understand. I'll check that. Bronze differences, bodies, charts, architecture, detail, distance, structure.
Ma'am, Deepika is saying to wait for 1 second.
Okay. One minute, guys. Guys, I think it's a glitch. In case if I leave the meeting, please join, okay?
We have to rejoin it, I think. I don't know. No, mom will start another meeting. If mom will not start, I'll call her. Let us leave and join once again. If you're at laptop, you can reload the page, and once again, if you'll do, you'll get the link.